Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Mel. Today I'm going to be planting the beans. My wife and I brought them over to the garden here, and we're going to be taking them out of the pots and planting them near the corn. You can see the corn has just shot up like crazy the past few days. It's been really nice weather, very sunny, and we've been getting decent rain as well. Although with the mulch, you know, that's not even an issue. You can see the tomatoes are doing really well, except for this one that has this little leaf curl going on. I'm hoping it's still going to be okay. There are some flowers on it. I'm pretty sure it'll still produce tomatoes, and you can really see the tomatoes down near the other one that they're starting to get big already. So that's really cool. Our zucchinis and squash are also looking really good here. Everything's growing really nicely, so we're gonna just get all this stuff planted. I got some basil too growing in that, and we're gonna probably plant that near the apricot tree, I think, or maybe even in here, I don't know. We'll see. We've got a bunch growing in pots as well. So let's get to work and get some spots picked out near the corn. Alright, so you can see my wife has actually planted them right near the corn, or even right in between the corn. And the idea is that as the corn grows up, the beans will just kind of intertwine themselves around the stems, or the corn stalks I should say, and they'll keep growing up, so you won't need like an actual like trellis or a stand to grow the beans. We've watered them just a little bit, and just wanted to kind of show you some of the other ones and some of the other things that are growing here. So I don't even remember if these are zucchinis or they might be squash. I think they're zucchinis. And some of the little tomatoes that we grew from seed are growing quite nicely here and here as well. I'm hoping that they catch up. The other ones that I planted that we got from my brother in those two rows, they look like they'll survive. He was by the other day to visit, and he said they'll do well for sure. So he thinks that, you know, they're looking pretty good. I have my doubts a little bit because they're a bit yellow, but he's pretty confident they'll be fine, and he's quite experienced gardener, so I'll put some faith in his judgment. Got another bean down here, and I actually just staked up this tomato because it had really gone way beyond this first little stick that I had in here, and you can see why. There's quite a few tomatoes growing on here, very nice ones actually. So you know, just the weight of that had pulled it away from this little you know, post that I had put in, which is just a cutting from the elderberry bush, and this is also a cutting from the elderberry bush. I just sharpened the end and just kind of rammed it in the ground, and we got the little you know, branches here at the top, and I just kind of tied some of the ends of the tomato plant onto here, and you can see there's going to be a lot more tomatoes growing on this, so hopefully we'll get a lot of tomatoes out of here. There's a ton of tomatoes on this guy over here with the curled up leaves, and there's a ton of tomatoes down here as well on this guy. I don't know if you can see that too well, but yeah, they're doing good. And these you know, corn stalks are doing really well on this side. They're really liking their location here, and again, more squash and zucchinis you know, growing in the back here. So I think, you know, looking pretty good. And now that we've been in the garden for a little while, I think it's going to be time to get some ice cream for ourselves and the kids. I'll show it to you next. So in case anybody hasn't seen this before, this is nice cream. You just make this with frozen bananas. I've got a video about how to do that. I'll link it at the end. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I'm going to finish up here and just say thanks to everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a big thumbs up, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.